What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we have some news in the form of this week at Bungie. Some pretty exciting stuff about Curse of Osiris reveals that we'll be getting throughout November. On top of this, we have information about the new faction rally which will be returning very soon, and a couple of other things to talk about, so let's get into it. Firstly, they mention that they revealed the Curse of Osiris expansion this week at Paris Games Week, and they say, "We know you have a lot of questions about what you saw. Osiris has that effect even on his most devout followers. We'll have answers coming soon." As promised at TwitchCon, there will be 3 Bungie live streams in November, and we'll use them to unpack more of what you'll find in Expansion 1. So the first stream that Bungie will be hosting will be Curse of Osiris Stream 1, New Stories to Tell. So they're going to talk about places we'll go, new characters that we'll meet, and the enemies that we'll fight, and this will be at 11 AM Pacific on Wednesday, November the 15th. The following week, on Tuesday, November the 21st, they'll have Osiris Stream 2 with new ways to play. Watch us preview some of the new activities that will challenge you and your fire team. And then finally, on Wednesday, November 29th at 11 AM Pacific, we'll be seeing Stream 3, which talks about new gear that we'll earn. So they say that we'll inspect new inventories, and we'll see it in action on a brand new Crucible map. And they say that members of Bungie development team will be on the hot seat to tell us what they've been working on, and of course that will take place on the Bungie Twitch channel. So that's going to be really exciting. We're going to learn about, the story, the characters, and how that's going to work. We're going to see some of the new activities, and then finally we'll see some of the new gear, and hopefully they'll be talking plenty about all of these systems and kind of things that they're updating in the game at the same time. So it should be some pretty exciting stuff, and of course I will keep you guys updated here on the channel. Up next, Bungie talk about the faction rally, which will be returning from November 7th up until November the 13th. I did mention this in a video previously, but they've made some changes to how the kind of tokens reward system will work. So strikes will now reward faction tokens at a range of 5 to 9 faction tokens, which is up from 3 to 7. Definitely good that they're pushing, other activities. The Nightfall will reward 10 to 18 faction tokens on your first completion, so that's going to be pretty good. Completing heroic public events will now reward 5 faction tokens, which is down from 8. Destroying enemy resources will no longer reward tokens, so you can't farm them in lost sectors and things like that. Opening lost sector chests now rewards 3 faction tokens for each fireteam member, so if you are actually completing lost sectors, you will be getting tokens as you do it. They talk about, how they're trying to make the investment of time more valuable for things like strikes, and they, don't want lost sectors to be completely over the top in terms of farming and everything like that. And they say that they will continue to improve the faction rallies over time, so keep the feedback coming. But in addition to the changes, they've added some new weapons for us to obtain from the faction of our choice, and they've given us a look at what's been added to the new packages. So we've got a whole bunch of new monarchy weapons, you can see right there. Then we've got FWC weapons, and finally a set of dead orbit weapons. And all of these weapons can drop when you actually open packages, but of course there will still be a victory faction, so New Monarchy's sword will be featured. If they win, you'll be able to pick it up. And then we have the FWC fusion rifle, which is pretty awesome. And finally, the dead orbit grenade launcher. No one likes grenade launchers, man, and I feel like this was just a move to, stop people just voting dead orbit like crazy. Either way, it's going to be really interesting. Plenty of new weapons there, which is really, really cool. So it looks like the faction rally in general will be, a bit more rewarding. We'll have the same situation, if your faction wins and you're pledged to them, you can buy the weapon for 1,000 glimmer. For everyone else, it will be 50,000 glimmer. So if you're not pledged to the winning faction, you will pay top dollar, so to speak, to get that weapon. But still, it's going to be pretty interesting to see how it plays out, and we do have a bunch of new weapons there potentially to collect. They talk about daylight saving time changing. That'll be now 1 AM Pacific when the game resets instead of 2. They also talk about more PC issues and stuff that they're still looking into, and the fact that Trials of the Nine will return this Friday, so that's going to be pretty awesome. Of course, the PC will get to jump in for the first time in Trials as well. Additionally, they add that Season 2 will begin on December 5th, so that's the same time that Curse of Osiris actually drops. That will be when, a bunch of stuff refreshes and changes, and presumably we'll learn about that in the upcoming live streams. But let me know your thoughts on this stuff in the comment section, guys. Pretty cool update, lots of stuff to look forward to, and hopefully lots of conversation about, improving the game and everything like that. That's always good too. If you have enjoyed this video though, a like is appreciated. Let me know your thoughts below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe to see more Destiny 2 content. But for now, have an awesome day.